Let's talk about some other injuries. Feel like we're on the show MASH.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying.
A good day to talk health and wellness for me.
Yes,
it
is.
Yeah.
The Browns can use some of that right now. Yesterday, Walker, a no-go in practice.
He has a concussion.
Right, he's in protocol. Harrison Bryant did not play or did not practice. Newsome was out. Hunt was out. I think Hunt's got a thigh.
Correct.
Of those four guys, which of the four would be the biggest loss for the Browns if they can't play on Sunday?
I think it's easy. To me, it's Anthony Walker. He is the leader of the defense, right? He's calling the plays defensively. Like he's the mouthpiece for Schwartz on the field.
Yeah.
And he's not an elite player, but he's a good, solid, steady player in the middle of that defense. The linebacking, as much as we've talked about the defensive line, because it's been great, the Browns linebackers were the worst in football last year. This year they've stayed healthy with basically the same guys, and they've been way better. And Anthony Walker and JOK are the two biggest reasons why. I can live without Kareem Hunt. I can go with Jerome Ford. I can give Pierre Strong an opportunity. Harrison Bryant, who cares? And I got three great corners if I'm the Browns. I could live without one we already have for a week. Mm-hmm. I don't want to lose not my best linebacker, but because unbelievably that's probably been JOK. But Anthony Walker, I think, is my most important linebacker. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Anthony Walker. You could say Newsome, but it's hard to do that when you already have Emerson and Denzel Ward playing as well as they are. Plus the secondary with Delpit and Thornhill has been playing well. So you got a lot of infrastructure around those guys in the secondary. I'm amazed how well that the linebacker core, 5 and 6, Taki. These guys are playing well. I mean, it's the same people. And matter of fact, all three of them are coming off injuries. So
it's incredible what a beefed up defensive line can do for your linebacking core.
And it's
beefed up line and health. They don't have linemen coming with no chip and taking out the second level.
Yeah, they're playing well. And it's a thing when you start attacking. It's something to be said about when you're attacking. When you're attacking, it seems like I played in a 3-4 and a 4-3. And when we played in a 3-4, you're doing a lot of moving side to side, catching linemen, trying to hold them up so they don't get to the next level. And it's funny how when you're the aggressor, when you are out there attacking, it seems like you don't get as injured as much. You're like, man, I'm delivering the blow here. That's why offensive linemen like to come off the ball and hit people in the face and not have to sit back and pass block when they know it's coming. The aggressor always seems to be healthier, a little faster, a little quicker. So I think that's changed the way that they play defense. And if Anthony Walker can't play, is that going to mean the Browns defense is going to be bad? No. I just think that will be a thing that, next guy up. But I think they got enough playmakers to cover up for that.
Do you agree with that, Bernie?
Yeah, I don't want to be a conformist with all of us here. But
that's okay. I'm going to go in other directions.
Hey, with Indy running the ball, with Gardner Minshew playing, or with Anthony Richardson, they're a running football team. Anthony Walker's essential in there from the middle linebackers stopping the run perspective. It's mitigated with this awesome Jim Schwartz defensive line to help that out. I'm kind of fixated on Joel Petonio coming back, awesomely showing his toughness, but 2 weeks coming back, although he's not on the injury list, how he comes back from that.
He had knee surgery 2 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
like God, I'm not circling back from a business side on what I'm doing health and wellness wise, but these guys really need to, coming back, that you're really not healed from 2 weeks coming back. No. So Joel, I love his toughness. I love his streak. It's terrible that, he had to lose his streak for someone as so much pride that he does, but God, some of the injuries that these guys are doing, some of the wellness stuff I'm doing, they really need to get some of this.
Do you think, I talk about the Kool-Aid all the time. Do you think they're intoxicated a little bit? When you get a win, right, against a team like the 49ers, and you have to sit on the sideline and watch your teammates celebrate, it puts a little onus on you. You're like, listen, man, I want to get back out. I want to be part of this.
It causes it. 100%, Garrett. You nailed it. 100%. You want to. So I say this line a lot. We have to a lot of times protect us from ourselves. yeah, you want to get back out.
Yeah, there needs to be an adult in the room.
Yeah, and we're not the adult. I'm not the adult at that age.
A couple of years ago with Baker, there wasn't one, and they let him go. That's why, I told a joke, what do you tell a guy that has 2 black eyes? Nothing. He didn't listen the first 2 times. Like, this is a Groundhog Day moment for the Browns. And, if you've got injuries that can manifest themselves and lead into, missing 5 games, 6 games a season, step up, be the adult, and tell the player he's sitting down, period.
Yeah, that's sadly a perfect set of advice and analogy. And I would say even to the Browns, and I love our fans. I would shoot it out to our fans here. We have to, whether you're for or against what's going on, you got to be patient with Deshaun and this decision, because I'm proud of me playing through all those injuries. I played with a broken ankle. I played with this screwed up micro tear, and I could barely get out of bed. It's as I trend towards 60 right now. We watched Baker go and do this, and we watched his career really implode the last 2 footballs.
Your buddy Leroy was here earlier this week, and you know what he said to your point right there? He said, I love the Cleveland fan base, but the biggest problem with them is impatience. They don't. It's not a patient bunch.
I don't agree with that at all.
Well, here was where he was trending with that comment. Everybody's quick to want to fire the coach. Get rid of him. Move on. Move on. Move on. And when you do that over and over and over again, you set any progress that coach may have made with implementing his system and his players, and you set it back to ground zero and reset it every time. So, listen, I've been a part of this fan base for 50 years. I might be the most impatient one of all. I'm running out of years. I don't want someone to put me in the dirt before I see this team win a Super Bowl. So I'm really getting impatient. But I think I disagree with you, Bull, and I agree with Leroy. As a whole, this fan base wants it and wants it now.
But they should. Why should they? They have a reason to be impatient.
And that's why they're impatient.
But they haven't been impatient because they still go to games and fill up that stadium, even though it's been the worst franchise in the sport.
That's loyal. That's loyalty.
But what?
The Browns fan base is loyal.
Every fan base of a losing team wants the coach fired. Every fan base, no exception.
But the problem is we've been in that cycle for 35 years.
And who's the coach they shouldn't have fired? They all sucked.
Bull, we're not arguing that. We're arguing the fact whether or not the Browns fan base is impatient.
I don't think they're any more impatient than any other fan base.
I disagree.
Shout out to McNuggets, because this is a diagram. Y'all didn't even know it. On the x-axis is loyalty. On the y-axis is patience. Usually you get a reward somewhere belong over 5 or 6, because loyalty always wanes when people's patience get low.
Steelers fans want Tomlin fired. Patriots fans want Belichick fired. And those guys have won Super Bowls. But that's impatience.
Yeah, but Bull, those teams that you just mentioned have sat with head coaches for 20-year stretches.
Okay, so
this fan base sees one little inkling of something out of a coach they don't like, and he's got to go.
Nah, I don't buy that.
No?
I don't buy that.
Because yesterday you were saying Stefanski needs more time. And we were arguing on the fans being out of pocket by saying that they don't want him here anymore.
What I don't buy is that it's any different than any other fan base.
Leroy wasn't comparing it to any other fan bases.
Right.
What he was saying was, the one thing that I will say about the Browns fan base that can be construed as negative is that they're impatient.
But